All right, hockey fans, I'd like to welcome you all to the home stretch run here for the Varsity Redbirds, as we've got 4 games left before playoffs, and every game is huge, and tonight is no different. Big time matchup with the Highland Bulldogs, both teams tied in points right in the middle of the standings, Travis. It's playoff hockey already, it feels like.
No doubt about it. If its game is anything like the last one, went down to the wire, Highland getting the empty net goal in a fantastic game in Granite City where the Redbirds just haven't had much luck. So hopefully that changes here tonight. You're at home. But you're absolutely right. Every game is huge, and now's the time you got to put it all together, Chris. You got to fire on all cylinders. Get yourself ready for playoffs. And, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things you can talk about what the Redbirds need to do, but mainly you just need a top-end effort from top to the bottom of the lineup. Everybody's got to do their part. Got to do your best in the defensive zone to keep them to the outside, and you got to move the puck.
Absolutely. Magic number for this Redbird squad is 4 goals, Travis. When the Redbirds score 4 or more, they are 8-1 on the year. When they score 3 goals or less, they are 2-9. But that one loss at the 4+ goal mark was that shootout against Highland. So get ready for a knockdown drag out here tonight.
It's going to be a fun game, and both teams are ready to go. They know how big this one is. Few of these Redbird players coming off a fun weekend of hockey in Notre Dame. They came away champions, so hopefully the winning ways can carry over into the last few games of this regular season and into the playoffs.
Yep, something also to watch tonight. Milestone watch as Keller Jacobs, with 4 games left in the regular season, is 4 goals away from the century mark for his career. So keep an eye on number 7.
Well, he's gotten 4 many times in a game before, and what a great night it would be to do that and hit that milestone.
All right, hit them sponsors for us, Travis.
I would be happy to. BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, Off the Beaten Path Auto Repair, is at 1320 Adams Court in Alton. So a little bit off the beaten path, but they know how to do the work. Macias Insurance Agency, Michael Ryan Exteriors, Edco International or National Painting, and Andy's Auto Body.
BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, that motto, of course, is they'll trim your bushes to make your deck look bigger. BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping. I'd also like to throw out Tony's Ranch House has some of the best damn burgers you'll ever eat in your life. Good Lord, Travis.
They do. Tuesday at lunch and Thursday nights, right?
Thursday nights, that's right.
So hit up there before you go to McKendree for that game, that late game at 9 o'clock against O'Fallon on Thursday night.
You're going to twist my arm. Redbirds gathered around their net. We'll get ready for the pre-game instructions, starting lineups and national anthem, and playoff hockey right around the corner, but that's the atmosphere here tonight.
Well, let's see if the Redbirds can come out on that first shift and set the tone early. You've got Clark back in there for this one. See if him and Jacobs and Matthews can get it going early. Matthews had the hot hand over the weekend, scored 6 goals in 5 games in that championship win. Took one off the ear, soccer style. Well, as you know about this Highland team, they've got some big shooters out there. So, Chris, like we talked about, Gunner being one, you cannot give him space. And the one thing that the Redbird defense has struggled a little bit here lately is not pressuring the puck. And so what you got to do is you got to get right up there on them and not give them any room. Instead of backing up in your own zone, letting him have that high slot, then creating a screen, Redbirds have got to attack tonight.
All right, Redbirds. Number 7, Keller. Anita, team number 7, Highland. Anita, team number 25, Ethan Hall.
Highland Junior, number 95, Brad Clark.
And one, team number 29, Amy Lewis. There were three kids who were not winning.
All right, formalities are over. It's time to play some hockey. Redbirds, familiar lineup to start this one with Jacobs and Matthews on the wing, Clark at center, Morelli and Paul on defense, and Jokic in net. Jokic has played every minute of every game so far this year for the Redbirds. He's been the workhorse back there, and he's going to have a big night tonight. The Redbirds want to have a shot at this one.
No doubt about it. He has definitely carried the Redbirds in some of these games, and they're going to need him to come up big down the stretch. Redbirds right there on the edge of making that top bracket, as are Highland, and both teams 10-10 coming into this one.
All right, here we go. Clark on the draw. Highland will win it. Bulldogs working back and forth in their zone. Clark applying pressure. Highland will get it to the center ice. They work their way in. Bulldogs trying to center, goes off the skate of Tall. Jacobs behind the net to Clark. Clark up the middle looking for Tall. He's got him. Tall winds one up, fires one right into the bread basket of Konechki. I don't know how to say it. The Bulldog netminder.
I am impressed that you tried.
I've heard it 3 different ways since I got here. 13:31 to go, first period. We're scoreless. Clark on the draw again. Bulldogs will win it. I'll set it behind the net. Redbirds keep it in. Jacobs from the blue line fires one high. Bulldogs will get to the puck first. And they've got some real estate, so they'll come up the near side. Stolen by Jacobs. Here comes Jacobs in. He'll drop pass, looking for Clark. That's stolen away. Bulldogs back the other way. Bulldogs racing, fire one on, save Jokic. Rebound picked up by Tall. Here comes Tall. Through center ice to Jacobs. That'll be behind Matthews. Here come the Bulldogs. Ressman with a shot on. Jokic to save. Another shot doesn't make it through. Bulldogs regroup. The other Ressman gets bumped off the puck by Jacobs. And then Matthews looking for Thompson on the far side. That gets broken up. Ressman to Ressman. He'll send it over. Bulldogs working it up, but the pass too far for Nemo, and Bohart after it. Him and Hoyt battle. Bulldogs have it. Oh, trying to line one up. They'll end up throwing it back to the blue line. Centering effort, knocked out of there by Johnson. Back down the other way. Back and forth behind the net. Thompson will get to a rolling puck. Pin it against the board. Stevenson fires one just wide. Johnson after it. Stolen by Gunter. And he'll shuck Bohart off the puck. Tolley back with it now for the Bulldogs. He'll send it over the far side. They'll knock it back to Gunter. Oh, collision. Good Lord, those two big boys colliding there as Stevenson sends it back down in. We'll have an offsides and a whistle.
That one hit Thompson just inside the zone there. And one thing about that line, Chris, is they always give a grade A effort and often get that forecheck going right there. I think Thompson may have exited the zone a little bit too early, couldn't take advantage of that big collision.
Off the draw, puck comes down in. Dix gets to it, sends it up to Thompson, and it'll come back to Widman. Widman pushes it ahead just under the stick of Johnson. Highland gains possession. Battle along the boards. Pollard gets to it. He'll go to the far side. Johnson after the puck, but back and forth, a bouncing puck. Highland gets it out. Picked up by Pollard. Pollard works it back in. The Cooper Hicks is there for the Bulldogs. He'll pick it up. Come up the near side to Renderer. Out of the zone. Pollard working right in front of us. Has it taken away. Hicks will flip it down wide. Widman back to get it. He'll go off the boards for Long. Long trying to dance right in front of his own net. Loses the puck. Right on, and Landon Hicks rips one on, but Jokic the save. Long trying to do a little too much with the puck there. Cuts in front of his own net and loses the handle. Jokic makes the save.
Well, that's a great save right there. That was a point-blank opportunity for Hicks, and just like you said, a bad turnover right in front of your own net. A great save by Jokic.
Quick shot off the draw by Gunter, and another blocker save from Jokic. That puck's going to come all the way down. Lai will play it around to Gunter. Gunter has it for the Bulldogs. He'll stop behind his own net. Go cross ice, broken up there by Widman. He'll send it up ahead for Steffen. It gets past him. Bulldogs have it. Off the boards. And Snake Ressman will bring it out. They'll dump it down low. Tall back to get it for the Redbirds. And now deflect off the Bulldogs and into the netting out of play. 9:46 to go in the first. We're scoreless.
Well, really only one good scoring chance so far. Kind of a slow start to this first period. Redbirds, other than the one turnover, doing a good job of keeping the puck to the outside so far.
Clark on the draw, wins it. Tall goes off the boards. Foot race to Jacobs. Jacobs in. Jacobs shoots. Oh! Konechkin, the Highland goaltender, gets a paw on it. Redbirds try to center, but it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. Big opportunity there for Jacobs, and he almost had it. Nemo in. Tries to throw it in front, but Jacobs is there. Jacobs finds Clark. He loses the handle, and Snake Ressman will send it over to Ressman Jr. He loses the handle. Jacobs fires one right into the big H on the front of the Highland jersey of the Highland netminder, Konech. The Highland goalie at 9:06 here in the first.
Well, two good looks there by Jacobs. He just missed on the one right before that in that foot race. Got another good look right there.
Off the draw comes to Jacobs. He'll wrap it around the inboards. Clark with it. Clark back to Tall. Tall sends it down to Matthews. He has it swatted away. by Cooper Hicks, up to Landon Hicks, to Renderer, back to Landon Hicks. He'll try to cut in, but Morelli there to break that up. Landon Hicks still with the puck. He'll try to center. It's off the skate of Jacobs. Cooper Hicks' shot goes wide. Picked up by Clark. We'll go around the boards for Tall. Tall to Matthews. Looked up ahead. Picked up by the Bulldogs, trying to work their way in, but Morelli breaks it up, gets it to Tall. Tall go off the glass, out of the zone. Bulldogs will have to play it up, can't clear. Jacobs in, goes forehand to the backhand, it bounces off his stick. He'll regroup back to Clark behind the net. Clark tries to cut in front. Has it knocked away, he'll send it behind the net. Matthews in pursuit. Matthews, one hands, one up to Morelli. Morelli fires for the point, tipped, and a goal! And the Redbirds take a 1-0 lead. With 7:39 to go in the first. Morelli, that tipped in off the Highland defenseman, Travis. Morelli's going to get credit. He scored the last two Redbird goals.
Yeah.
He had the game winner last time.
Boy, did he, with less than 2 seconds to go in that game. And that's another, just a perfectly placed shot right there. That's one thing you like to see from the points. A good low shot, gets through traffic, right through the legs. And a good start here for the Redbirds.
Well, Morelli's on fire. The Redbirds lead this 1-0. Here comes Highland. They got a little more pep in their step here, Travis. Come in a house of fury, but that's broken up, and then Johnson races up center ice. Oh, he gets dropped. A little late on that hit, I would say, as the puck comes around. Pollard had a perfect opportunity for a big hit and didn't take it there. And the Bulldogs chip it up ahead. Bohart back for it. Bohart to Thompson. Thompson finds Pollard. Pollard in. Pollard winds one up, fires, shot loose in front. Long gets ran against the boards. Puck comes free. Here comes Highland back the other way. Bulldogs into the zone. Hoyt drops one for Lai. His shot goes wide. Picked up by Long. He has it taken away.
The puck.
Stevenson can't clear. Gunter with it now. Had thoughts of the wraparound. He'll circle back up top. Throw it to the far side to Hoyt. That deflects high behind the net. Back and forth behind the net. Bulldogs with it. They'll send it up top. Nice shot. Save Jokic. Comes to Long. He tries to skate it out and loses the puck again. Gunter with it now.
Got to clear the pucks, especially against this line right here.
Behind the net, Stevenson sends it over for Thompson. Thompson does the right thing and lifts it up high out of the zone. Near side, Pollard after it. He'll dump it down in. Redbirds are changing as the Bulldogs will regroup in their end and then dump it down ahead. Dix in pursuit. Dix pokes at it up to Clark. Here comes Clark now, far boards. He puts on the brakes, and the Bulldog player does the old Top Gun flyby there, Travis, as it comes up top for Dix. Dix is playing with it. He'll backhand it towards the net, but that's intercepted. And then sent down right on. Jokic will smother.
The right decision with Ressman heading right to the net right there, but
The refs try to tell Jokic to play it with a Highland player on top of him, and the puck on the ice smothered.
you got to do what you got to do if you're the
Yeah.
goalie right there.
5:16 to go here in the first. Faceoff comes back to the point, kept in by the Bulldogs. Redbirds quickly back out. Here comes Jacobs. Over to Matthews. Matthews in. He'll widen one up. Go glove side, and that's snagged by Konechny. Go.
Well, Matthews had a
Yeah.
really good look right there and put it right in the glove of the goalie. Good shot to take. He did have Jacobs, though, in the back door. I think Jacobs was ready for that pass, but Matthews saw it all the way, and he's good and close like that.
Clark on the draw. Works, centers up front. Loose. Bouncing puck. Jacobs takes a swipe at it. Now Matthews working along the boards. It bounces to Clark. Clark cuts in the middle, still firing at it. It'll trickle down to Matthews. Matthews behind the net to Clark. Back to Jacobs. He'll slap it around. And they'll get past Dix. Here comes Highland up the boards. Nice move around Widman. Come right in. Jokic makes the save. Puck comes back into the corner. Matthews slaps it around. Down in the corner, Dix. Oh, centering effort. I can't get a shot off. Big opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Here comes the Redbirds. Jacobs to Clark. He has it poked away by Hicks. Bulldogs back the other way. Hicks in, fires one, pad save. Jokic centered in front, and they'll score.
Well, Redbirds once again, I know they were getting a change, but defenseman immediately backpedaled and let the Highland Bulldogs come right in to the circle. Got behind the net, easy tap in front. And Reeve and Steven.
We're tied at 1. We got 4 minutes to go. Here in the first. That was almost like they were running suicides there for a minute, Travis. It was back and forth, sprinting up and down the ice there as Bulldogs have possession off the draw, but deep in their own end. Thompson working at puck, comes free. He'll come to center ice. Tall will regroup. Tall circles back around, gets caught up in the official. Morelli has it taken away by Weiss. He'll shoot one off the side of the net. Tall flips it around for Thompson. Thompson back behind the net. Off the boards for Johnson. Johnson fakes one pass, finds Tall on the second. Tall trying to dance in. Runs through a Highland player, but loses the puck. And the Bulldogs send it back to center ice. Morelli with it now. He'll fire one in.
And why not?
Bulldog goalie will catch that for a face-off. A little bit quicker whistle on that glove there. 3 minutes to go. First period, we're tied at 1.
Morelli with the hot hand right now, so why not? But you get an offensive zone face-off here.
Steffen forces it to the front of the net. It's off the skate of Davis and out of the zone. Gunter will dump it down in. And they're going to call icing on this one as he hadn't quite gained center ice. Face-off will come back the other way. We got 2:46 to go. First period, tied at 1.
Well, it's been an even first period so far, but a couple of bad turnovers in their own zone. Highland's had some grade A chances, and Jokic has come up big in this period so far.
Off the draw, Gunter on his horse. Stevenson interrupts it. Still able to center it, but Redbirds knock it out of there. Bouncing puck comes back to Gunter. Behind the net, Stevenson bodies him up. Gunter comes away with it. Far side. He'll backhand it back down low. Bulldogs with it. Trying to get it to Gunter for the quick one-timer. They lose it. Here comes Long. Long in, fires just high. That'll wrap around the boards. Bulldogs will get to it. Gunter, cross ice for snake wrestling. And Tolley will chip it down in. Bohart will get to it. Less than 2 to go here in the first. Bulldogs knock it back into the corner. They'll throw it up to the blue line. Miscommunication, and it'll come to Jacobs. Jacobs coming up the boards. Turns, throws it in the middle. Redbirds were changing. Bulldogs back the other way. Fire one. That'll go off of Jokic into the East Alton sky. Minute 24 to go. There in the first, we're tied at 1.
Well, Redbird's able to get a stick on it right there in front of the net. Forced him to the outside of that bad angle. Boy, Highland had the big body line out there just before that. Some good forecheck.
Right in front. Woo! That faceoff came right in the middle, and it came right to the Bulldogs player, all alone in front. And Jokic stops that one. Minute 20, Clark on the draw, comes back up top. Bulldogs keep it in center. Tied up, and it comes to Jacobs. Here comes Jacobs. He gains center ice and dumps it in. Far side to Matthews. He'll send it behind the net to Jacobs. Centers, Clark right there. He'll knock it down. Circle back in front. Clark still with it. Oh. Caden Clark with the patented piss missile finds the back of the net. And the Redbirds have taken a 2-1 lead with 55 seconds to go in the first.
Well, what a play by Clark once again. He's so good in that way. Coming from that left circle, pulls it right out front, takes a shot through traffic, buries it. And that's a big goal here at the end of the period for the Redbirds.
Face off at center ice. Clark again on the draw. Bulldogs have it. Ritter cross ice. And then Hicks will chip it in. Hicks gets to it. Forces it behind the net. Into the corner. Clark picks it up. He's looking for Jacobs. He's going to get him. Jacobs in. Has his stick lifted. Still finds Matthews. Oh, Matthews has almost 10 minutes to settle it and rip it in, and the Redbirds lead it 3-1.
Well, the goalie got riled up right there because he thought Jacobs was offside. It was close, but he stayed onside. Makes a great play, an excellent pass to Matthews, and wide open net to shoot at.
Well, the refs are still discussing it, so.
They wave it off. And
I didn't want to wave that goal off.
Yep, they're saying he was offside. You know, why don't you call it before, but... So if it's offsides, why had the face-off outside of the zone here? Awesome.
Well,
Redbirds get a power play out of it.
Redbirds are going on the power play. Offsides was the call, so the goal gets taken back. But they get an unsportsmanlike on the goaltender. And now the ref having a discussion with Morelli. And we're off. Comes back to Tall. Tall will settle it down back to Morelli. Morelli dumps it to Thompson. 8 seconds to go in the period. Thompson will flip it high down into the zone. 3 seconds. That's Tall needs to just rip one. Or not.
Well, I think Tall realizes it now. Thought maybe he had more time, but now you get a little bit of a breather for your top power play unit. And hopefully they start the second period here. Can get a goal early, but that's a big moment in that game right there, Chris. You basically go up by 2, and you rarely see an overrule like that late in the play. Let the play continue the way they did.
Well, we have our theories on why that was probably overturned, but
you know, the goalie made his case, got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty because of it.
Derek thinks that call deserves a big thumbs down.
Which we don't want to do.
14 minutes to go as we start the second.
Well, we'll quickly, before resuming this power play, go through our sponsors: BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, Mike Ryan Exteriors, Evco National Painting, Andy's Auto Body, Macias Insurance Agency, and Off the Beaten Path Auto Repair.
Well, Derek, I'll do a solid for you. I'm going to personally say that deserved 2 thumbs down. Here we go. Clark, Matthews, and Jacobs. Highland a little late getting to coming out of the huddle. Gunter will turn, fire it down in. Morelli will gather it up. Redbirds. Oh, Morelli intercepted by Gunter. It'll come to the near side. Tall after it. Tall and Gunter in the corner. Gunter centers all alone in front. Was Hoyt. He couldn't get a shot off. And now we're going to have a whistle. And Tall will go to the box. And here we go.
Well, you got to say, good penalty killing right there by Gunter. He made a great play to maintain possessions. Maintain possession, set up Hoyt right in front. It was all alone. Just couldn't get a handle on the puck, and then draws the penalty against Tall, and I really didn't see a whole lot there, Chris.
Of course you didn't. Power play. Or no, we got 4-on-4. Sorry, Redbirds were already on the power play. 4-on-4. Jacobs racing down. Bulldogs back the other way. Drop pass by Renderer, intercepted by Jacobs. Jacobs 1-on-2. Now it's 1-on-3. Jacobs dropped it, but it's right to Renderer. Redbirds almost playing like they're on the penalty kill, Travis. It's 4-on-4 here as that puck rattles around the boards. Bouncing puck, Clark can't clear. Bulldogs will skate back out to center ice. We've got 15 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and then the Bulldogs will get a power play. Bohart to Jacobs. Jacobs coming through the middle, across the blue line, behind the net. Morelli over to it. Bulldogs now at full strength. They're on the power play. Morelli fires it on. We'll have a face-off. 12:22 to go. Second period, 53 seconds of a power play for the Bulldogs coming up.
It looked like the Redbirds were a little bit rattled after that penalty. As you're right, it was 4-on-4, but not pressuring the puck. Highland controlling the play here in the last few minutes.
Face-off is in the Highland zone. Clark against Ressman. 2 very good face-off guys, and Bulldogs come away with it. Back the other way. Weiss looking for Hicks right in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. He'll circle back up top. Hicks just working his way around to Ressman Jr. Now to Hicks. Back to Ressman Jr. Up to Tolley. He'll fire one. Glove save. Jokic. 11:52 to go in the period, but 23 seconds left in the man advantage for Highland. Redbirds are leading 2-1.
Well, dangerous shot right there, but a good job by Jokic. Just trying to maintain vision of that puck with traffic in front. Able to get the glove out there.
Bohart off the back wall. Not out. Bulldogs maintain possession at the blue line. That goes under the defenseman's stick. He'll fall down. Ressman tries the center, but it's intercepted by Morelli. He tried to skate it out, and it gets knocked right back in. Bohart slaps it to the other side. Redbirds are now back at full strength. Bulldogs with the puck. They'll throw it up top, back down low. Ressman to Ressman. Ressman Jr. tries to shoot one. That's stopped by Morelli's stick. And then Clark will turn, rip it down the ice. That'll be an icing call on the Redbirds.
That's a good ice right there. As you've got your penalty kill unit been out there for a while. Clark needed a change. So Redbirds can now regroup. It's back at even strength.
11:04 to go in the second. Redbirds lead at 2-1. They've been outshot 17-9.
Yeah, Highland's been controlling the play here in the last few minutes and toward the end of that second period, even though the Redbirds were able to get the go-ahead goal.
Off the draws, Stevenson gets it out of the zone. Pollard bodies him up, gets to Johnson. Johnson just a little out of Thompson's reach. Back center ice. Gunter slips past Dix, and Pollard gets to it. Back to Dix. Not out. Highland keeps in. Oh, centering effort. Redbirds break it up. Back to center ice we go.
Boy, great stick right there as Oren had a good look on the back door.
And then he'll sky one down. Yogish will love that. Johnson throws it right in front to Gunter. Good God. Johnson centering it right to Gunter. He fires it. Yogish able to stop it, but good Lord.
Definitely not the spot on the ice you want to put the puck.
Travis, this is a terrible pass.
Yeah.
Little sugar killed it. Here we go, off the draw.
Especially to Gunter.
Quick shot there by Nemo. Another save by Jokic. Thompson over to the far side. We'll send it over for Widman. Widman up the boards for Pollard. Here comes Pollard. Pollard drops the pass to himself. Gets it back. Sends it over to Thompson. Up top. Dix playing with it. Sends it back down low. Johnson poking away. Near side. Thompson right in the middle. Thompson dances. Loses the handle. He'll go get it in the corner. Tied up. Dix pinches. Gets it back to Thompson. Thompson. Johnson in front. Oh, his shot didn't get through traffic. Here come the Bulldogs. Back the other. My God! Dix flopping. And Highland able to get a shot off. Yogish to save, but good Lord.
Well, Dix.
It looked like Dix shot out of a cannon out there.
Gamut blowout right there. It just fell down, lost an edge, and a quick 2-on-1 for Highland. Another good save there by Jokic.
Well, Dix went to turn around. He got tied up. He went limp. Flying through the air. Dix went limp, and Highland gets a shot off on it. Off the draw. Bulldogs win it and work it down low. I can't even talk, Travis. This game's out of hand. Back to center ice. Pass Snake Ressman. He'll get it back. He'll send it up. Stop by Steffen. Steffen in. Fires one. Goes 5-hole. Oh, what the hell are we blowing the whistle for?
Puck got through the wickets right there at the goal line.
5-hole. Konechny able to sweep it just past the post, but then the ref blows the whistle for the hell of it, I guess.
Well, sneaky shot there by Steffen. That was a dandy, and it got through the goalie right at the goal line. He was able to swat it away, and ref didn't see the puck.
Steffen again. Works it towards the net. Bulldogs retrieve it. Bulldogs still in the corner. Send it over to the near side. Oh, Steffen had Snake Ressman lined up but missed. There comes Dunham across the far side. He gets bumped off the puck. Takes an extra shot. Davis felt there must be a bad spot in the ice over there, Travis.
So,
Puck comes in front. Davis swats it away. Morelli.
we got nails right there.
Davis
on that
has
spot.
no idea where the puck is. And Highland will get it behind the net. Dunham throwing his weight around there. Hicks with it, sends it behind the net for Renderer. No look pass in front, swatted out by Jacobs. Hicks with it now. Looking to throw one in front. He'll have to go behind the net. Still with it. Morelli on him. Into the corner for Ressman Jr. He'll skate up. Bad angle. Save Jokic. Another shot. I think he got a piece of that one up into the netting. 7:42 to go in the second. Redbirds lead at 2-1.
Well, Jokic is by far your best player here in this second period. Makes two more two more great saves right there on that first one. And then another point-blank opportunity. And gets the stick and pad out, knocks it out of play, and the Redbirds finally get the change they were looking for.
Redbirds off the draw. Matthews gets it out of the zone, but it's right back to Highland. Battle at center ice. Bulldogs send it down in with too far. Clark racing after it. Oh, he almost got to that one. Buck comes around the end boards. Gunter picks it up. He'll go back on the far side. Lie clears it out, and then Bohart chops it at teammate Aiden Tall on the bench. We'll have a stoppage, 7:16 to go in the second. Now, I'm going to blame this one right here on Derek, because he was like, my God, it's hot up here. And then they've turned the heaters off, and now it's freezing up here. Jacobs sends it down in. Bulldogs behind their net. Loose in front. Jacobs pushes it to the sideboards. Clark after it. Clark puts on the brakes. Looking up top. It'll deflect behind Jacobs. He'll pick it back up. Send it back in. Matthews after it. Bulldogs send it up the near side. Stevenson keeps it in. Sends it low. Clark after it. He'll get there. Clark circles back around. Up top. Oh, loses the handle. Regroups at center ice. Bohart gets it back to Clark. Clark looking for Jacobs. Jacobs makes sure he's onside that time. Fires it on. Loose in front. Matthews zooming in. Can't get the shot off. Clark trying to find Jacobs in front. Doesn't get through. Matthews with it. Up top to Stevenson. Stevenson sends it back behind the net. Oh, just past Jacobs. And Highland gets it out of the zone. Bohart flips it up. Redbirds were off sides. They had to get back on. Allows the Bulldogs to pick it up. They send it down to Bohart. Bohart. Matthews after it. Redbirds got numbers. Matthews. Thompson one-timer. Kopmanechki with the save. Matthews. Back to Clark to Thompson. To Clark. To Thompson. Thompson looking in front for Matthews. That's broken up, and there come the Bulldogs back the other way now. Junior comes in, fires and scores as he just lifts it over the pad. As the Redbird defense again, right there, Travis, you said, backing down.
Backing up there. And unfortunately, Ressman coming in with all that momentum. That's a great move right there. Going toe drag. Just got it over Jokic, and Redbirds, after a really good forecheck and a couple of great chances in front.
It's 2-2 now with 5:27 to go in the second. Johnson. Puck comes down in. Hicks after it. Widman on him. Hicks right in front again. Ressman Jr. alone in front. Jokic makes the save, and he's barking at his defense there, Travis.
Well, Dick's right there. As Whitman was chasing Hicks behind the net, and Dix vacated that spot in the front of the net. Led to a great scoring chance right there. Great save by Jokic.
And here we go back the other way. That was high off the glass. Really? The Highland player fell down. They're going to call Thompson? Are you kidding me? A cross check?
Well, yeah, questionable at best. Thompson.
Are you kidding me? I tell you what, Travis, I wish I had more hands so I could give that call 4 thumbs down.
I got 2 to
That
do it.
was... Thompson didn't even touch him.
Well, Dika Ravik's dad over in the penalty box kind of laughing at that one. He knows that one's BS. And Redbirds, an unfortunate occurrence here. See if they can kill off another one.
Right in front, shot. Jokic makes this save. The Redbirds able to get out of the zone. Clark with it. Clark, he's got some real estate. He'll dump it to Jacobs. Jacobs looking to cut in front. Bulldogs break that up. Comes to the near side. Bulldogs with it. They'll send it. That should have been an ice, and it is. 4:28 to go in the second. 2-2. Bulldogs on a phantom power play here for the next minute 35.
Well, Clark dropped it for Jacobs. Jacobs unable to do much after, but Clark really could have kept skating and probably could have got himself a shot off right there.
Puck goes down low, wrapped around the boards. Kept in by Jacobs, over to Clark. Clark tried to throw it in the middle. Bulldogs intercept. Gunter goes cross ice for Hoyt. He'll work his way in. Drop pass. Almost shot. Jokic to save. Clark picks it up. There comes Clark. This time to Tall. Tall works in. Fires one. That's the thing about these Highland jerseys, Travis. That big H on the front inside the circle looks like a target. And it makes it very tempting to shoot at. It's
Tall, I think, maybe waited a little bit too long to take that shot. Had a look at the circle, decided not to let it rip, went to the outside, took away the angle.
quick shot by Jacobs and a glove save, and we'll freeze it. 3:54 to go. Redbirds tied with Highland 2-2. Good Lord. We've been outshot 30 to 14.
Jokic has had a heck of a period here.
That puck will come out of the zone. Tall with it. We still got 55 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Bulldogs. Clark forces it back out to Morelli. Morelli will settle, throw it down. Highland has it. Up the near side. Far ice. Ressman Jr. in. Tries to dance around Morelli. Centers, but Tall is there. Here comes Tall. To Morelli. Fires one high. That'll come out of the zone. Tall better get there. Because now Highland's got a breakaway. Hicks in, shoots. Jokic one save. Jokic two saves. And a smother. Oh, baby.
Tall was out there a long time, got caught at the end of a shift, had no gas left in the tank, and again, Jokic coming up big. Great two saves right there.
Face-off will be to the right of Jokic. There's still 12 seconds to go in this Highland power play. As Stevenson gets it out down the ice. Johnson in pursuit. Over to the side to Clark. He can't get to it. Redbirds at full strength as Bulldogs come in. Moravic's shot on, and Jokic stops that one. 2:48 to go here in the second. 2-2, 34 to 14 shots on goal.
For a phantom power play, that thing took forever, and some great chances for Highland. One of them on a breakaway and actually had two whacks at it. A couple of great saves by Jokic, keeping this 2-2. Redbirds are lucky to be 2-2 right now, Chris.
There comes Stefan up the near boards. Well, if you're in call, it should be 3-2. Redbirds had a goal taken back. Stefan, quick shot, blocker save. Long in the corner. Rattles around. Donovan with a big hit. He's going to go to the box for that. Tied up along the boards, comes free, and then gets hit into the stands.
Well, in that situation, you got to take the body immediately. I think the reason he got the penalty was he hesitated, then took a run at him. They're going to call that every time. Instead, take the body right away. Would have had another good check and no penalty.
So back-to-back power plays here for the Bulldogs. 2:20 to go in the second. It's 2-2.
This is when Jacobs, Clark, and Tall are going to have to use their reserve tank. They've logged a lot of ice time on the penalty kill in this period.
I think at this one, you just got to flip it down the ice. Save the legs. Puck in the corner. Clark battling. Tall will get there. Tall go off the boards. Kept in by Hicks. Bulldogs try to center. Good work from Morelli to tip that away. Bulldogs waiting up top. Ressman's shot blocked by Jacobs. Far side, Bulldogs keeping it in. Nemo behind the net. To Clark. Up top, Ressman keeps it in. He throws it all alone in front is Nemo. He chops it one, bouncing, still bouncing. Loose on the side of the net. Good Lord.
What a save by Jokic on that chop, Chris. My goodness.
And Morelli says, enough of this. I almost said something. Enough of this garbage. Jacobs right in front row. It's tall. Ethan Tall on the shorthand. And it's 3-2 Redbirds.
Well, you talk about a momentum lift right there. What a setup in front to Tall. All started with another great save by your goalie on a very vicious play at the other end. Redbirds bring it right back down. Tall wide open right in the slot. The defenseman putting it in on the shorty. It's a huge play in this game right there. Highland had dominated the second period.
3-2. Redbirds have taken the lead on a shorthanded goal from Ethan Tall. Bulldogs still on the power play for another 48 seconds. They cut through center ice. Down in the corner. Centering effort broken up by Tall. Bulldogs keep it in. Morelli behind his own net, kicks it over to the corner. He's still after it. Bulldogs center, but Clark is there. Clark will wait. Throw it cross ice. It'll bounce right in front of the net. Bulldogs will play it into the corner. 38 to go in the period. Jacobs up top to Morelli. Back to Jacobs. He'll send it around behind the net. Clark makes a move in front to Jacobs, and he loses his footing. Jacobs gets it back. Jacobs to Tall. 15 seconds to go. Redbirds back at full strength, but they're handling it right now shorthanded. Clark will send it low to Matthews. Matthews, 4 seconds. Looking for Jacobs. Jacobs! Shoved it in 5, and it's 4-2 Redbirds on the 97th goal of Killer Jacobs' career.
Wow, Highland had been out there for a long time. Redbirds, excellent job on the penalty kill. Then you get the fresh legs on the ice, and Matthews behind the net did exactly what you wanted him to do, just get the puck to the net, and Jacobs right there to find it. 2 huge goals here at the end of the second period, in a period where you were pretty much dominated, and you still find a way and have a 2-goal lead.
Redbirds win the draw. Hell, I think we were off the power play, and we just took that face off with 4 guys, it looked like. After 2, Redbirds lead it 4-2. They've been outshot 36-17.
Well, hopefully that gets some momentum going here for the Redbirds. They were back on their heels a lot in that second period. Highland coming in over 20 shots on goal in the second. Jokic with some huge saves. One in particular on that power play out of midair, an absolute sledgehammer shot. Jokic made a great save. Redbirds came right back down. Got the shorthanded goal from Tall on a great setup. Then they apply the pressure, keep the puck down in the zone for the remainder of that Highland power play. Highland's power players were obviously worn out. Redbirds took advantage, got the puck to the net, get another goal. You talk about a dagger with 2 goals at the end of the period like that, Chris. In a period, like I said, you were absolutely dominated. Outshot roughly 20-7.
I'll tell you what, Travis, we said it before the game, that 4-goal number. Redbirds record when scoring 4 goals in a game, so we'll see what the third period has in store. Johnson on the draw, quickly taken away from Highland by Tall. Tall works his way in. Tall dances in. Oh, he almost got another one as the puck comes behind the net. Bulldogs get to it. Up the near side, but Johnson's there. He fires one on and a glove save. 13:40 to go here in the third period. Redbirds lead at 4-2.
Well, Redbirds a little bit more bounce in their step to start the period. A couple of decent chances right there. One by Tall, took it all the way to the net.
Up top, Morelli keeps it in. Now the Bulldogs work back the other way. Into the zone. Broken up by Pollard. He'll get to Thompson. Thompson in. Centering effort. Oh, tipped wide by Pollard. Johnson with a steal. Kept in by Tall. Tall gets wrestled, so he'll have to bring it back to center ice. He'll flip it over to Thompson. Back to Morelli. Morelli, long pass for Pollard. Oh, off his stick. Not out as Tall keeps it in. Over to Thompson. Thompson drops it for Johnson. It's broken up. Back the other way we go. Here comes the Bulldogs. Gunter in. Dancing in front. Oh! Blocker saved by Jokic on the backhand. Bulldogs keep it in. Morelli works it back out of the zone to Thompson. Here comes Thompson. And we'll have an offsides call.
Pollard was just over the line on that one, but once again, another big save by Jokic. He has been phenomenal tonight. Been your best player on the ice by far. And he made another beauty right there. Had to sprawl out to make that save.
12:40 to go, third period. Redbirds lead at 4-2. They've been outshot 38-18 as that puck comes down in. Steffen looking to center to Davis, but Konechny gets the stick on it. Out of the zone, comes back to Stevenson. He fires it off the skate of Steffen and then sends it in. Nimmo after it. He'll go behind the net. Up top, Long tries to settle it, has it knocked away. Stevenson. Battle along the far side. Steffen comes away with it. Centers in front, looking for Davis. It can't connect. Long and Bohart try to keep it in. Here come the Bulldogs with numbers the other way. Fires Jokic, another save. Loose puck. And we have another whistle. Sure, why not?
Another Highland power play coming up, but Jokic right there did, just an unbelievable play again. Made that save look easy. He kind of sprawled out his chest, going to his left, cut the angle off completely. Highland with a great look right there. A fantastic save again by the Redbird goaltender.
Well, a hook on Long, apparently. Another Highland power play. 11:42 to go in the game. It's a 4-2 Redbird lead. Ressman throws it in front. That goes through everybody. Bulldogs send it down low. Clark wrestles it away from Hoyt. He'll flip it up and out. Bouncing puck will come to Jacobs. Here comes Jacobs in. Goes to the forehand and scores! Another short-handed goal for the Redbirds. They lead at 5-2. And the countdown is on. Jacobs just 2 goals away from 100. That's number 98.
Well, typical Jacobs fashion right there. Him and Clark playing the alley-oop right there. Excellent job by Clark. He waited for Jacobs to get that one-on-one battle. Jacobs with those great hands, able to poke the puck ahead to himself, and what a move. Absolutely undressing the goaltender right there. Another shorthanded goal.
Clark on the draw, wins it back to Tall. Tall will send it down the ice because remember, we're still on the penalty kill for next minute 30. Hicks to Renderer, cross ice. Fly with it. He'll come up the near side. Into the Redbird zone, tries to cut in front. Finally broke it up. Not out. They tried the back door. Can't connect. Bulldogs behind the net. That's going to come out of the zone. Up against side. Clark steals it. Point comes in, bats that away. Still 50 seconds to go in this power play for the Bulldogs. And Tall has it. Tall throws it on and a glove save. 10:25 to go in this one. Redbirds up 3.
Well, another good play there by Tall. Heels it off the boards, and it started with Clark as Highland thought they were going to have it easy, get the puck out of the zone. Clark made it very difficult, made a good play, got it out to Tall, and another good shorthanded chance there.
Still 43 seconds left in this power play for the Bulldogs. Puck in their zone, comes around for Tall. Tall, loses it. Ressman Jr. comes down, trying to get around Morelli. 3-on-1, he'll shoot. And Jokic is there again to shut the door. That's the 40th shot of the game for the Bulldogs.
Well, he's been peppered, and he has been up to the task tonight. And his positioning has been spot on. Makes another good save right there.
Clark on the draw. Behind the net. Clark steals it, and he'll flip it down the ice. There's still 20 seconds left in this Bulldog power play. Behind the net. Up the boards, past Gunter, and Tall will collect it. Tall waiting. Off the boards, looking for Clark. Clark's on his horse. Here comes Clark. Clark backhand, save. And Bulldogs will get to the rebound as they try to regroup, but the Redbirds back at full strength.
Well, fabulous penalty kill right there. You get another goal. Redbirds +2 in their last 2 penalty kills.
Bulldogs send it down in. That's going to be an icing call on the Bulldogs. 9:22 left in this one.
Well, Bulldogs with one decent chance on that power play. Jokic coming up big again, but other than that, a fantastic penalty kill there by the Redbirds. The big goal by Jacobs.
Off the draw, Bulldogs working out of the zone. They'll dump it down in. Dix is in there, pumping away around the corner. Gets it to Thompson. Thompson comes away with it. Thompson gets mowed down. This is going to be a power play coming up for the Redbirds.
Oh, Boyd getting a little lippy with Thompson after the play. And again, that's just a great job by Thompson. It's what he does best. He is pesky on the puck. 1-on-2 battle, draws the penalty. Redbird penalty killers, your normal power play unit, exhausted after that last penalty kill. So keep the Thompson line out there for this power play.
Johnson, Thompson, Pollard, Dixon, Widman. Bulldogs will work their way up center ice. Poked away by Pollard. Bulldogs will backhand it down in deep, but Dix will have it. Dix to Widman, back to Dix. To Pollard. Long stretch pass to the tape of Thompson. Thompson in. Thompson. He gets hooked.
I don't know why your arms are in the air. Another clear penalty right there.
I'm not sure why they blew the whistle, though, Travis. Highland didn't touch that puck. We still had it. He blows the whistle anyway. Now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next minute 29.
How about that? Penalties all going Highland's way here. The second period to start this third. All of a sudden you get a 5-on-3.
Puck comes out of the zone, past Widman. He's has to go get it, but he's got Hicks all over him. Hicks will steal it. Hicks looking. I know it's a 5-on-3. Hicks is going to skate with it. Thompson loses his stick.
Well, he's lucky he didn't get a penalty right
Dump
there.
down in. Widman with it. To Thompson. Oh, Thompson!
Oh, he got obliterated. That's
Destroyed by
going to be another
Redbird.
penalty. He got obliterated on that.
Snake Ressman. That was shoulder to head on Thompson. are 3 Bulldogs in the box, and they're all 3 in there for taking out Thompson. Maybe you might want to not hit that kid.
Yeah. Well, that last one was an absolutely vicious hit. Thompson, the tough kid he is, half his size.
Up top to Widman, 5-on-3 for the Redbirds. Jacobs, looking for Matthews on the back door. He can't connect. Clark with it now. Clark waiting. Over to Jacobs. Back to Clark. It's off his stick. Clark circles back around. Goes to Jacobs. Jacobs rips one. Just off the shoulder. He'll sit it back down to Matthews. Matthews back down to Jacobs behind the net. Jacobs waiting. Throws it off the net to himself. Gets it back. He'll come up. Looking. Winds one up. Goes wide. Morelli gets dumped in front of the net.
Penalty.
Another penalty on Highland coming up.
Never-ending 5-on-3 here.
They're going to run out of room in the box here in a minute. Now the Highland fans getting unruly. They didn't have a problem with it in the second period, Travis, but
No.
they are now. My God, it's a full house over there.
My goodness.
And those penalties just keep stacking. Morelli to Clark. Clark shoots. Off the shoulder high. Jacobs. That's stolen by a renderer. And now Morelli's
Yep,
going to get
too many men on
called.
the ice. No, too many men on the ice there.
Morelli's going to go
Morelli's
for a hook.
Oh,
Morelli
my
hooked
goodness.
him.
Highland had
Highland.
too many men on the ice there, Chris. Boy, he jumped on the bench, and the ref said off.
You only have the 2 going at one time, Travis. Then they start stacking. That's what the ref's trying to explain to him. And the Highland coach knows that. The player was unaware. So now it's a 4-on-3 as Morelli goes to the box for a hook, which was, he prevented a breakaway, so we'll allow it. It goes down to Matthews. To Clark, 4-on-3 hockey for we don't know how long, as here comes Jacobs in. Jacobs fires one, pad save. Rattles around the boards. Tall with it now. Tall up top, fires one on and a save. 6:25 to go. It'll be 4-on-3 for at least the next minute 26, Travis.
Yeah, and then, believe it or not, Highland actually gets a power play out of this at the end of it all for 22 seconds. So
They only have 2 penalty spots on the board, so we don't know exactly what time is left until somebody comes out of the box. Here comes Highland back the other way. Can't clear. Here's Jacobs.
it came out of the zone.
Oh,
But there was no arm in the air right there. He wasn't signaling to Jacobs. He was offside.
wow.
So Jacob had no idea he was offside. Oh, what's next?
I don't know. It's been a wild third period. 6:10 to go, but we also have to look at that clock. We're probably, next whistle, we're going to get a trim, I would assume, as Clark comes in, skates into the corner, back up top to Jacobs, over to Matthews. He drops it for Tall, and it looked like the ref was going to say Tall kept it in, but Tall airs on the side of caution and resets. Here come the Redbirds again. Tall in. His shot deflects. He gets the puck back behind the net for Clark. And then Clark sends it up the middle. Nobody home. Jacobs back to get it. 26 seconds left to go in the 4-on-3. Here comes Tall. Tall dumps it down in. My God, some lady over there who's had a lot to smoke thinks that might have been
Oh,
offside.
I know that lady.
Matthews in to Tall. Fires one blocker save. Clark up top to Jacobs. Jacobs in front. Matthews backhand and a goal.
Well, Redbirds just cycling the puck, and you can tell Highlands wore out. They've been on 5-on-3 forever. And the
And
Redbirds
it wasn't
finally
until
cash in.
4-on-4 till the Redbirds scored.
And Jacobs once again getting pucks to the net. Matthews so good in front of the net like he always is. Finds that spot on the ice. And what made it look like an easy goal. Well, I'd say Highland fans are getting a little PO'd, buddy.
Well, I don't know. Gunter's back in the box for something. Now he can come out. Oh, he can't come out until they drop the puck in play. That's the thing. But he's not coming out. The ref said he could come out. So right now it's a 5-on-4. Here comes Long. Oh, Long goes down. Highland with it. Bulldogs in the corner. Redbirds lead it 6-2. Up the boards and out. Morelli there. He'll quickly send it back down in. Bulldogs behind their own net. 4 minutes to go. They'll send it up. Here comes Gunter. Morelli ties him up. Gunter gets the puck back. Trying to come in front. Turns, fires. Jokic gets a pad on it. Hicks. It's a little hit from Dunham, and then Dunham sends it right in the middle to the Cooper Hicks, and then Long deflects it right on his own net. Jokic has to make another save.
Gunner was trying to play referee right there, put his arm in the air after the big hit, but that was a clean hit. Just because you get a hard hit against the boards is not making a penalty. And Gunner having a word there with the officials.
Redbirds lead at 6-2. Down in the corner, Bohart wraps it around the inboards for Thompson. Watch out. You go near Thompson, you're probably going to the box.
I'm going to say, you're not going to hit him again, are you?
Gates in, Jokic a save, and he smothers that one. 3:23 to go here in the third, 6-2. Redbirds, they've been outshot 43-27. Puck comes behind the net, picked up by Morelli. He'll go off the glass. Pollard can't get it out of the zone. Bulldogs keep it in, and then Johnson tries to clear. Bulldogs still with it. Ressman Jr. dancing around. He'll come behind the net. Come back up front. This shot tipped by Johnson into the corner. Pollard after it. Pollard can't clear it. Morelli back to Pollard. Just send it out. There you go. That's out of the zone. Bulldogs back to get it. Thompson with pressure. Here comes Johnson. Bulldogs skating past everybody. Here they come. Into the zone. Backhand in front. Saved by Jokic as Thompson flips it up and out. Bulldogs back to get it. Thompson over there throwing his weight around. He gets it to Pollard. Flips it up top for Bohart. Bohart has it batted away. Bulldogs back the other way. They've got three guys coming in. Ressman, big high hit to Morelli. Loose in front. We got a penalty.
Penalty called.
Finally, I believe it's going to be on. I mean, the Redbirds touched it.
Really trying to get it Ressman right there. That was a pretty blatant hit. But they're not going to send Resman to the box. Morelli's going to get it. I guess.
Morelli goes to the box
Wow.
for getting cross-checked in the face. Another Highland power play coming up.
Despite a 6-2 score, I'm going to call this a gutsy performance here by the Redbirds so far. It started with your goaltender. Jokic has been unbelievable tonight. And he has kept his team in the game, and then the Redbirds have found a way to take over. Still some time left, but
Off the draw. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs on the brakes. Oh, his shot goes just wide. Tries the center. Highland breaks it up. Flipped up and out. Now Bulldogs got a 3-on-1. Bulldogs in. Drop it in front. Shoot and score. A 3-on-1 given up by the Redbirds, and it's a 6-3 game.
not the time to pinch. Right here is you got a 4-goal lead. Redbirds looking for another shorthanded goal there, but good setup there by Kyson. Hoyt finds Weiss right there in the middle, and still a 3-goal lead here. So Redbirds play it safe and finish this game out. Redbirds can get a skater back. I don't know what they're waiting for. Somebody's coming out. There we go.
All right, minute 33 to go. It's a 6-3 game now. Off the draw. Bulldogs have it. They work their way up into the zone. Again behind the net. Into the corner. Bulldogs send it back the other way. Clark off the boards. Bulldogs throw it in front. Now it's picked up by Steffen. Looking for Jacobs. Bulldogs have it. They lose the control. It's Stevenson. He'll go off the boards. Looking for Jacob. Stevenson turns, sends it down in. He takes a big Bulldog sandwich. Bulldogs try to clear. Steffen keeps it in. Steffen turns. Looking in front for Jacobs. Jacobs behind the net for Clark. He's tied up and just pinned against the boards. Probably should have been an interference, but who cares? There's 30 seconds to go, apparently. Jacobs has it. Up top for Stevenson. Stevenson over to Tall. Tall back to Stevenson. To Clark. Cross ice. Looking for Tall. 16 seconds. Tall. To Jacobs turns. Oh, just high. Up top, Tall. Pushes it down in 5 seconds. And that's going to do it. 2-1. Clark, one more shot on for good measure. And that's the game. The Redbirds win a big one here at home as they take down the Bulldogs 6-3, despite being outshot 47-28.
Well, once again, your goalie kept you in the game the entire way, made some phenomenal saves. Redbirds take over 2 huge goals at the end of the second period. You have a 2-2 game. Highland on a power play. Redbirds get a shorty, add another one. And then in the third period, just did what they had to do, kept their foot on the gas. Good performance tonight. Huge win, like you said. You pass up Highland in the standings. Tough test on Thursday night at McKendree, but this was a huge game and a huge win tonight.
Yep, Thursday night, the Redbirds back in action. Well, half of them, Travis, will be severely undermanned on Thursday against O'Fallon, but we'll be there. And we'll have the call for you, 9 p.m. from O'Fallon. Redbirds win.